Peace be with you. Dear friends, welcome to Living Flame Podcast website and Facebook group. Gospel reflections for Monday in the 24th week in the ordinary time. Gospel according to Luke chapter 7 verses 1 to 10. Jesus was in Capernaum, and a centurion there had a slave who was ill and about to die, and he was valuable to him. Now a centurion valuing a slave, a centurion who had hundreds of people under him, and consequently he was a powerful man. Probably because the slave was dear to him, he might have spent a lot of his fortune to save the slave. But helplessly, when he had exhausted all his resources, he comes to Jesus. The gospel very clearly says, when he heard about Jesus, he sent elders of the Jews to him, asking him to come and save the life of his slave. So he was a powerful man, and therefore he had very good contacts with the elders of the Jewish people. And that is why he approaches them. Probably he thought that the Jewish people, Jewish elders, were well known to Jesus, and consequently, if he approaches them to ask Jesus to come to save his slave, he would certainly oblige. As we know, a centurion who was a Roman, he had capacities, resources, money, power, and he had influence too. But when his slave was ill, he was totally helpless. Probably he thought only Jesus could heal him. As they approached Jesus and strongly urged him to come, saying, "He deserves to have you do this for him, for he loves our nation and he built the synagogue for us." Well, we can see here the centurion had lot of influence, lot of power, and he was doing good things for the people. So he had built the synagogue for them. And Jesus certainly obliged. He did not say a word. As he perhaps said a word to the Syrophoenician woman, "I am sent to the chosen people of Israel, not to others." He could have said the same thing to the centurion. But then Jesus did not utter a word. Rather, he just started his journey. He went with them. Here suddenly something happens. When he was only a short distance from the house, the centurion sent friends to tell him a powerful saying. When Jesus was very much impressed, the centurion said to these people, to his friends, to tell Jesus, "Lord, do not trouble yourself, for I am not worthy to have you enter under my roof." This is what we recite just before receiving the Holy Communion. "Lord, do not trouble yourself. I am not worthy to have you under my roof. Therefore, I did not consider myself worthy to come to you, but say the word, and let my servant be healed." Jesus was really impressed at his answers because he is a man with authority. He commands his soldiers, "Come," and they come here. And he says to his slave, "Do this," and he does it. Jesus was amazed at him, and turning he said to the crowd following him, "I tell you, not even in Israel have I found such faith." When the messengers returned to the house, they found the slave in good health. A great lesson of faith to all of us today. Dear friends, when we have faith, as Jesus himself says, if you have faith of the amount of a grain, you will say to this mountain, move, and it will move. You can say to this tree, uproot and plant yourself in the sea, it will be done. Dear friends, faith is an experience. We cannot just say that all miracles can happen, but our hearts can change. Like the centurion who had faith and his slave was healed by Jesus. Whenever we invite Jesus in our hearts through the Holy Communion, when we receive Him, receive His body and blood in our daily lives, we are lighted with faith. We are empowered with His Word. We are strengthened by His grace. Let us experience the presence of Jesus in our hearts, and then let this power of faith help us, first of all, to change ourselves and then heal those people who are around us. God bless you.